Hey guys, welcome back from the video. Today I'm doing another Premier League predictions tier list. Now I've completely redone it since last time. Some positions are really similar or the same, but most of them are completely different, and I want to discuss it. I'm gonna do probably a couple more of these before my final one. My final one, I'm gonna try get it to be me, my dad, and my brother doing it together. So you got to hear more than one opinion on it. Now, what I'm thinking here is that there's going to be a lot of upsets and a lot of crazy predictions from me. So if you don't like my opinions, then comment down below. I can discuss it with you. And for this one, I did have a look at transfers, like what teams have done what transfers for this. Now, I obviously don't know every player in the world, so if a team has made a transfer that I don't know who the player is, and it's actually a really good player, and I predict them to get relegated, then I'm sorry, I just didn't know who that player was, and that's my bad. And I'll try not to do that for next time. Anyway, yeah, this prediction is me doing predictions while being a little bit more informed on each of the teams. So let me just get straight into it. First up, we have Arsenal. I'm going 2 to 5. I do think they're getting Champions League. I don't think they're going to come as high as second this season. I think there's going to be other really strong teams this season. And I think Arsenal just won't. I don't know. Like, they haven't really made too many impressive transfers that really scream, yeah, they're winning the league or coming second. I think they'll come a little bit lower than that, but not to a point where they're like, oh my god, they're about to be in the bottom 10. Next is Aston Villa. I was thinking a bit lower than this, but I was thinking maybe 8th or something like that. But I decided, nah, there's no other teams that I really feel like they're gonna pass them this season. I think Aston Villa is gonna get the 6th spot, honestly. And I feel like that's just where they're gonna end up for a while now. Next is Bournemouth. Yeah, they've lost 2 of their strongest players. In fact, probably their 2 strongest players. But I don't know if that's really going to affect it. I just have a good feeling about Bournemouth this season. They're going to do a good job even without their 2 best players. Next is Brentford. Brentford, honestly, I think is getting relegated. I'm pretty sure they've already lost a couple strong players, maybe 1 or 2. And they're losing even more stronger players within probably the next couple of weeks. I think Brentford is going to lose a lot of the players this transfer window, and I think it's really going to affect them, even if they bring in other strong players as well. I think it's still going to really affect them, and I think they are getting relegated. Now, that is one of the unpopular opinions, I'm guessing, or one of the upsets, I guess, but I think they are getting relegated. Next is Brighton. Brighton, I would put them a bit higher than this, but I'm going to put them about the 12th place because I feel like after losing João Pedro and a couple of other strong players for them, they've maybe been just buying whoever they can get their hands on from what I've seen. Now, obviously, I might have just made some mistakes and I might have just been hearing rumors rather than confirmed things, but I swear I saw and heard that they're just kind of buying whoever they can get their hands on at this point. That's somewhat good. Right, so I don't think they're gonna even be in a relegation battle at all this season. I think they could actually even come higher than where I put them, but I'm putting them about 12th. Next is Burnley. This is honestly the biggest shock for me as well. I'm putting Burnley in the 8 to 12 category. I think some of the signings they've made this season or this transfer window has been really positive signings, like really good signings, and I think that, with for example Kyle Walker, it's a really shock signing. You'd not really expect that from them. I think it's going to help them stay up and stay up convincingly. Alright, next is Chelsea. I got them in the 2 to 5 category, coming second actually, because I think realistically they could win the league this season. Because now I'm not just saying that because I'm a Chelsea fan. I'm trying not to be biased at all here, but honestly, like winning against PSG 3-0 convincingly, like honestly dominating the whole first half of the game in my opinion, and the second half not as much, but still a 3-0 win, not conceding to PSG, who have been dominant over this season. I think they have a real shot of being the champions, maybe even going far in the Champions League. But I think they are just going to fall short and be second, possibly win it next year. Next is Crystal Palace. Honestly, I don't really know what to say here. I'm pretty sure they haven't made too many signings and hadn't had too many players left, but I just have a bad feeling about them. I don't think they're going to do too great. They're not going to be near the relegation zone, but they're also not going to be struggling, if that makes sense. They're going to struggle a little bit. Next is Everton. Everton is going into the 8 to 10 category. I think they will have a good season in their new stadium. I don't really know what else I'd want to say. Next is Nottingham Forest, honestly, 13 to 17. Last season, I feel like was just them overperforming, and they've lost, I think, one or two of their best players. For example, Alanga, I think it is, to Newcastle. I think they will be I think they will have a massive drop off this season from last season. Fulham, I'm pretty sure, has literally made no transfers, and maybe, had one to three players left. I think unless they start making transfers, they're going to have a really bad season, to be honest. Next is Leeds. Leeds are obviously getting relegated. I think that, in my opinion, at this current moment, that is the most obvious relegation to me. The most obvious relegation is Leeds to me, because other teams either in the relegation zone, I feel like have a chance of staying up if they do the right things, make the right signings. But Leeds, I'm just confident in them going straight back down. Whether it's 20th, 19th, 18th, they're going down. Next is Liverpool. Liverpool, they've made too many good sides. They're going to be unstoppable next season. They're going to be the new PSG. They are winning the league, and I'm guessing convincingly. Next, we have Manchester City. Another team in the 2 to 5 category. I think they won't win the league, but I think they will put up a stronger fight than last season, and I think will ultimately come third because they've made some really good signings. One of Wolves' best players. They made, I think, one of AC Milan's best players. I think one of Serie A's best players as well. And they've made some really good signings, so I'm confident in them coming about third and not winning the league, unfortunately for them. Now Manchester United gone in the 8 to 10 category. From what I've heard, they've made some really good signings so far. For example, I can't remember his name, but one of the best Wolves players, or one of the strongest Wolves players. And apparently they're signing Mbeumo, I don't even know how to say it, from Brentford, one of Brentford's best, strongest players. I think Manchester United, as long as they keep making good signings, strong signings like them, then they should have a major improvement this season. Next is Newcastle in the 2 to 5 category. I think they're going to have a slight improvement over last season. I think they're going to go up a little bit, but I don't think they're going to break into the top 2, top 3 even. I think that the signings they've made are pretty good, but not good enough to win the league or even be top 3 yet. I think they will just make it to 4th. By the way, voice crack. By the way, I will sort these tiers out after I've put all the clubs in their tiers. Anyway, next is Tottenham. I think they've made really strong transfers, and I'm actually really confident in them doing well this season. I'm not a Tottenham fan. I'm a Chelsea fan, obviously, so I wish they could have just got relegated last season, but obviously they didn't. And I do think they will come 7th. They have made some really strong signings. Some players have left, but they aren't, players I hear are some of Tottenham's best players. Next is Sunderland. I feel like they're gonna survive. Yeah, they lost Joe Bellingham, arguably the best player for them. But they've signed a lot of other players, right, which honestly could help them. And I don't think the loss of Joe Bellingham, I say loss as in like that sounds like he's died or something, but them losing Joe Bellingham, I don't think that's really going to affect them this season. I think they're going to do fine without him, especially with all our new signings who should be good enough for them to survive. I think they are surviving, and I'm confident in saying that. Please do not clip that if I'm wrong. Next is West Ham. West Ham, I have them barely surviving. Maybe a one point in it between them and like Brentford. West Ham, they made like one signing, and the rest are just like players returning from loan. And last, if there's no real improvement from what happened during last season, then they could honestly get relegated, especially if Brentford, Leeds, even and Wolves make really strong signings. Then it could be West Ham down there instead of one of them three. Anyway, you've already guessed it. Wolves is the last one in the relegation zone. Once again, they lost their two strongest players. Probably more to come. I think Wolves, if they keep losing and not gaining, then they will go down. But obviously, there's so much more time left in the transfer window. Wolves have got 100 million, I think. I think about 100 million further to transfer further to players that have left so far. So really, they could, with 100 million, just imagine they sign. Trying to think of it, I don't know who's worth less than 100 million. I'm not gonna say something in case like I accidentally say Jude Bellingham and then just absolutely embarrass myself. But Wolves could really make a superstar signing or like a really, really good signing that could honestly get them all the way up into the top 10, like I predicted them before. But, there's so much that can change over the next month. So I will do one more prediction after, I think, the opening match for each team. I think that's going to be my final one. And I might do one in between them two predictions. Anyway, guys, it's time to show you the final rankings. Wolves is in 20th, 19th is Leeds, 18th is Brentford, 17th I have West Ham, 16th I have Sunderland, 15th Fulham, 14th Nottingham Forest, and 13th Crystal Palace. In 12th I have Brighton. In 11th I have Burnley, which could be a major shock to some of you, but I'm confident in that. 10th, I actually have United, 9 Everton, 8 Bournemouth, 7 Tottenham, 6 Aston Villa, 5 actually, which could be a shock once again, is Arsenal, 4 is Newcastle, 3 is Manchester City, and 2 is Chelsea, and 1 is Liverpool. Anyway, guys, I tried to make that video as quick as I can, because I don't want to be yapping for 20 minutes and you sit through a whole nother video that's basically just recapping or just a different version of a video I've already done this year. So I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe. See you all next time. Goodbye then.